Judge Juan Marchand in the Manhattan District has ordered Donald Trump to appear next Friday, January 10th, in person. Now he can do it via like teleconference remote, but he must be part of the proceedings as it is going on for his sentencing. Now, we still don't know exactly what the sentencing is going to entail. Remember, this is for the 34 felony convictions where Donald Trump was convicted of falsifying his business records when it came to paying hush money to Stormy Daniels to ultimately affect the 2016 election because he didn't want people finding out that he had an affair with a porn star. And if he would have just wrote in his business ledger, non-disclosure payment, there never would have been any sort of issue. But he thought he was going to be slick and get around everything, and he called it legal fees with the whole plan with Michael Cohen to have Michael Cohen pay Stormy Daniels' attorney, and then they reimbursed Michael Cohen and all of that. So because they tried to get around the official accounting, that's why he got in trouble. Well, now he's going to be sentenced. And it sounds like jail time is off the table. He still potentially could get probation. Probably not going to even get probation because of him being president. And he might get a fine. But in the document, it sounds more like Judge Marchand is going to lean toward, and I don't know the legal term for it, but there is a term for basically no punishment fits your current circumstances. And because of Donald Trump being president as of January 20th, they can't confine him. They can't put him on probation realistically. They might be able to fine him. But it basically says they can't punish him the way they would like. Now, beyond that, Judge Marchand, in this order telling Donald Trump to appear, squashed a bunch of Donald Trump's objections. Talked about the immunity case. It says the immunity ruling from the Supreme Court does not apply to the president-elect because only one person can occupy the Oval Office, the office of the president at a time, and the current office holder is Joe Biden. Now, Donald Trump will hold the office as of January 20th, but he doesn't currently. And he also went on to attack Donald Trump for all of the filings, continuously trying to overturn the gag order, even though it had been appealed to the Supreme Court once, and continuing to file other avenues of appeal of the gag order and other things. And he said the nature of a bunch of the filings amounts to nothing more than rhetoric where it shows your contempt and disdain for the court proceedings, and even said that Donald Trump's attorneys are bordering on the absurd to the point where they potentially could face sanctions themselves. So we'll see ultimately how the sentencing goes. I think ultimately Donald Trump does not see jail time, probably won't see probation, maybe a fine, but at least he will have been sentenced for those 34 felony convictions ahead of his inauguration.